now. Again, in year 3, we want the children moving away from number line methods that they use in year 2, and we're working towards eventually a more formal way of recording division. In year 3, though, in the very first stages, we're looking at using concrete resources, and we're looking at using pictures to work out division. So these are called deans, and the children will be used to working with these in the classroom. And we have these small cube pieces, which are worth 1. These are our 1s. We have these long stick pieces, which are our 10s. They're equivalent to 10 of those pieces, and they can sort of stack to show 10 of those is one of those. And then we have these square pieces, which are worth 100 of the 1s, so we call them our 100s. But of course, they're equivalent to 10 of the 10s. So we'll be using these a lot in class. I appreciate you don't have these at home to work with, so I'm going to show you how to record this sort of thing pictorially instead. This is something that the children do in the classroom though. They'll use the pictures alongside the concrete. So it's not something new, it's not something they won't have seen before. So if we have a look then, let's just make my pen black. We're going to have a look at the calculation 72 divided by 3. And I've chosen 72 because it's not a number fact the children will know to recall mentally. They should be learning their 3 times table up to 12 lots of 3. Obviously 72 is higher than that. So in order to look at the calculation then, the children will first of all be breaking 72 into the 10s and 1s elements of the numbers. So 7 10s equivalent to 70 and 2 1s equivalent to 1s. We're then going to record it using the deans. So my 70 part of the number is 7 10s. I'm going to record that by drawing the 10 sticks. That's these 10 sticks. I have 7 of those. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I have 2 1s. So I'm going to record those 1 pieces by just drawing little squares. Okay. So when we're working with division written down, the way we would like the children to be thinking of it is how many 3s can I fit into 72? Of course we know the other way of thinking about it is 72 shared into 3 groups, and the children will work with that as well. But for our written methods, it's important that we think about it as how many 3s can fit into 72, because it supports the transition to the methods in later in year 3 and then year 4, 5 and 6 as well. So we're looking for how many 3s fit into 72, so I'm going to be making groups of 3. So I'm going to work first of all with my 10s numbers. So I have 3 there, and I have 3 there. This 10 here then, I'm unable to use. It can't be, there are no other 10s for it to go with to make a group of 3. Instead then, I'm going to cross it out, and I'm going to exchange it for 10 of these pieces. And the children will know from working with these that 10 of these 1s are equivalent to 1 of these sticks. So I'm exchanging for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 1s pieces instead. I can then move to my 1s then and start to look at how many 3s fit into the 1s. So I've got a group of 3 there. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? So when we record our answer then, how many lots of 3 have I been able to fit into the 10s? Well, it looks like 2 lots of 3, of course, but the children should be recognising by this stage that these are 10s, they are not 1s. So whilst it is 2 groups of 3, actually it's 10 times larger. That's actually equivalent to 20 lots of 3. When we work with our 1s then, how many lots of 3 have I been able to fit into my 1s? 1, 2, 3, 4, and they are 1, so it is just equivalent to 4. So we can record our answer then as 20, which we got from our 10s, and 4, which we got from our ones. When the children move to the later stages of year 3 then, and certainly as they start to move into year 4, they will transition to a method which looks a little more like this. They're probably used to seeing something like this. And they will record the dividend underneath the bus stop, we like to refer to it as. It's like the number waiting in the bus stop. And then the divisor is the bus driver that comes. So that goes here. And then again, we're thinking about how many lots of the 3 can fit into 72. Okay? We normally teach these alongside so we can make the links between the 2 methods explicit. So I'm thinking about how many lots of 3 can fit into 7, although of course we know it's 70. So we wanted to make that clear to the children. I can fit in 2 lots, again linking to here, 2 lots into 7. That's like my 20. We know this isn't actually 7, it's 70, so it's actually equivalent to 20. And we do lots of place value learning around that. I then have 1 left over, as we did here. You can make the links explicit again. I had 1 left over, which I brought to make 10 ones instead. Again, bring it over to make 10 ones. So I've now got 12 ones instead of 2 ones. And then how many groups of 3? How many 3s can I fit into 12? 3, 6, 9, 12 is 4. And again, we'll colour code just to make the links between the 2 explicit. So we're moving towards that sort of method by the end of year 3.